tell you, got a little bacon in my mouth. What? Today, we are gonna make blueberry muffins, but with a little bit of a twist. We're making bourbon, eggnog, bacon, blueberry muffins. 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 Yeah!
You want a thing? You're cooking it now. Play chef with Persephone and all of her pals.
It's the holiday season, the holiday season. That means one thing. What's my favorite thing?
Presents!
Parties. My favorite thing is parties. You're going to be amazed at how simple this is. I'm using Martha White blueberry pancake mix. Add a half a cup of milk, but we're not going to use milk. We're using Evan Williams bourbon eggnog. All right, I personally like to make my little muffins in these cornbread cast iron things. And when you're cooking with cast iron, it's important to preheat them, just like you preheat the oven. While these things are getting hot, we're gonna start mixing up our batter, and you want to make sure. Well, I mean, isn't just common sense that when you say like make sure these are hot, like that's not warm. Pro tip: you want these things to be just as hot as your oven. Typically, I am not a measurer, but when it comes to baking, precision matters. Ew, precision! So each of these packages calls for a half a cup of milk. But instead of milk, because we're using a bourbon eggnog and alcohol always cooks out, we're going to use just a little bit more per package. So I got my boring measuring cup and then like a little angel share. We're going to mix it together. Super easy. If everything in life could be this easy and delicious, we'd all be fat. Nobody saw that. Keep in mind that cooking times are going to vary. Every oven is different. And also the depth of your muffin is going to matter. For example, on the package, it says when you're doing these muffins, you're going to cook it from about 10 to 12 minutes. But because I'm using a kind of thin cast iron, I found that about 8 to 9 minutes was perfect for me. Well, they'd be wasted by the end of this episode. I know what you're saying. Persephone, get to the bacon part. We're getting there. Hang on.
Presents!
Parties. The kind of bacon you're going to use is thick. My favorite kind is the kind that has a crusted pepper around it. And you can find them at some specialty stores. If you can't find the pepper crusted thick cut bacon, you can always find thick cut bacon and just throw some pepper on it yourself, which is exactly what I did. And when you cook that bacon, you want to slow cook it to the point that you don't get these kind of translucent pieces, right? Because that's the fatty stuff. You want to cook all that fat out. If you're a good Southern girl, make sure you save that fat to cook your vegetables with for your vegetarian friends. We cooked all our bacon already. I cooked it in the oven in a nice big pan at like 300 degrees for, I said, all right, we cooked our bacon already ahead of time. We cooked it in the oven in a nice big pan at about 300 degrees for a really long time. And we cooked it all the way down. So what you see are these nice little maroon and like dark kind of beige-ish pieces. That's what you want. You want every piece to be nice and crunchy because there's nothing grosser than biting into a muffin and having drizzle. Nobody wants that. So And what I did is kind of crack a little bit of pepper over the top of them so I get that pepper crust bacon. Make sure when you're stirring your batter, you get all the little lumpy lumps out.
Presents!
Are your pans hot? Are they hot? Let's get them. So, a little bit of bacon in each one of these. Reheat. Now we're going to fill these babies, but do not fill them all the way up. You want them about 2/3 full. They're going to rise a little bit. I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. Into the oven with you. I'm going to set the timer for about 9 minutes and then take a look. Listen, guys, keep in mind that I am a terrible baker. If I can cook these, you can cook these. The timer went off. Let's get our muffins. See the ones that I got too full? It's all right. You know what? They're going to taste delicious. We're going to let these cool for about 2 or 3 minutes, and they should pop right out. It's cast iron. Sometimes they need a little help. I should have sprayed these. Maybe not. Yeah, they're coming out. Y'all ready for this? Tell me how it is. Yeah. Oh. Well, tastes like sweet and savory and salty and happy holidays.